This is educational, not trading or investment advice, okay? This is entertainment, mainly educational. Future stocks, bond trading of any kind involves substantial risk. You may lose everything you have. Before trading or investments, do your own due diligence. This is not a recommendation to go out and trade with your money, okay? If you do so, you're on your own. If you're watching or listening to this video, you are agreeing to these terms. Okay, let's get to it. Welcome and thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel, day trading for an ROI payout. This is just my trade journal market analysis for a new week, Monday, November 13th, 2023. Rule-based price action trading, it's what I do. Daily affirmation, I see it and understand. Rigid discipline and rules. Flexible in outcome expectations, independent thinker, impeccable risk manager, precision-based trader, responsible business manager. So these ES price action charts on the left are the weekly, on the right, the weekly for the dollar. So the ES 500 on the left, what's jumping out to me is this gap. So if you look at the green candle, because right here on the far right, ES, that's where we are right now, Monday, Globex. And then the prior week, we had a green extension expansion candle, and then that big, long green week prior. So what's jumping out here is the volume imbalance gap between the body of these two green candles on the ES chart, okay? Around here. So that's number one. Number two, on the dollar, last week, it was a green candle, but it really didn't retrace much, but it was green. Now, if you go to the ES, last week's candle, green. If you've watched my videos enough, you know how I feel about when the dollar's green and the ES is green, something's up, some kind of manipulation, and it sure felt that way on that Friday. And then the last thing I'll point out is the equal highs. So on this week here, right around October 12th, 10th, you see here that candle wick premium right around here. And we definitely conquered that and more last week. So we went above it. We went with a candle close. So it was a very strong close last week on the green. So those are the big things that I'm looking at. Price is satisfied on the ES, basically the most recent buy-side liquidity levels, and we count back here 5 weeks. So that's the lay of the land on the weekly. Next chart. 60-minute, 1-hour chart on the ES. Well, let's break it down. On this purple line, here we are currently Monday, day before CPI, and what I wanted to point out, this was the October 12th pre-CPI Globex high. So last month, we hit this in Globex high, and it never got back up to it until last Friday. So that's very important level. Now this red line on this candle here, this was the last hour Friday. I want to mark down for my notes 44.2225. That's a level. You can see we're just breaking above that right now, and the next level above that is November 13th new week open gap. New week open gap high 44.25.75. New week open gap low 44.24.50. So these are the four levels I'm really going to look at between when I'm shooting this video now, pre-RTH Open Globex, and up to noon on Monday. No position on for the CPI news. That would be Tuesday coming up. Now, London came in at 44.16.25 with this blue line right here, and New York Midnight Open was, so this is an important level. You can see here we retraced down here to from the high of last Friday, which was 44.35.50, and we went all the way down to 44.09.50. So that was a level for me. This is all in that green rectangle of a 4-hour fair value gap, which the consequent encroachment is 4402.25, and inside that is another fair value gap of 15 minutes. So I've got all these levels. The red is a giant weekly fair value gap, which goes all the way up to 4493.50. So that pretty much does it for what I'm looking for on Monday. I'm not necessarily looking for a big range necessarily, but I am going to look at these new week open gap levels, that red level line 4422.50, and then of course the London and New York midnight open. So that's pretty much where I'm going to look at the range, and we'll pay attention to the dollar a little bit, but I'm not going to expect much because I think a lot of people are biding their time and their ammo for Tuesday's CPI. That's the last big thing before the holiday, and we go into the whole holiday December times. It should be real interesting on how we closed here on Monday, but I do not want to be initiating any new positions after lunch for Monday. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you've already subscribed, thanks so much. Throw me a if you like this video. And if you're not subscribed, you're not throwing a just thanks anyway for showing up. I appreciate it. Aloha. Take care. Bye.